Okay, welcome back, guys. So let's finalize on creating some kind of texture in this wristwatch. So I think I'm great, it's just great. This red active part keeps appearing. I'm not sure if I like the styling for this cross. And the belt is having some active part. So let's fix that. Belt. Okay, here it is. So to fix that, I'll just come in here and to the texture set and just change this to 2K resolution. You kind of allow that recalculate, and then we should get rid of this issue around here. Okay, all good. This lighting setup is actually in here. Okay. Yeah, the trousers. I think I'd like to the pattern for these trousers. I would like to change it. Now I also like to duplicate the kind of add the normal map. There's no normal map in here, so I would like to add the normal map back in here because I'm seeing that I'm losing some of the sculpted details. So where is the pattern for this? Everything just feels a bit slow. Just trying to figure out where that surface detail is coming from. What does this add? This kind of makes it a bit interesting though. I think I might just leave that in. But before I do that, let me kind of see if I can adjust. Yeah, this is actually where it's coming from. Let's see the tiling for this. Let's try 810. Okay. Then let's turn on the surface detailing in here. The surface detailing, let's see if we can. So the value is actually quite high. This fabric, let me try a value of 7 instead. Yes, this feels like a more promising value to use for this. Yeah, this is fine. Surface detailing, let's try 14 here. Yeah, I think this works better now. This works better now. So I'm going to leave this as it is, and then let's texture the wristwatch. But I think I would like to use this dark shade for the leather of the wristwatch. Let's use this dark shade for the leather of the wristwatch. So let's go to the shoe. Select the shoe. Then I would like to select the sole. I think I named this leather sole. So it in here, leather sole. So I'll copy this layer. Now go to the wristwatch. Now I select the wristwatch. Oh, supposed to do one other thing. For the trousers. So that was going to bring in the normal map back in here. So add a few layer in here. Turn everything off apart from the normal. Now I like to use the trouser normal in here. Main trousers. Let me duplicate this one more. Just to intensify this a bit more. So name this to normal. Okay, now that's fine. So let's go back to the wristwatch. Make sure I turn off the trousers. Then I'll just paste in that black leather material in here. So I only want it to be okay. Seems to be affecting just what we need it for. Oh, not entirely. Okay, not entirely. So let's come in here and then rather let's give it a black marks instead. Then we can select just this leather piece. I think I also like to use the from the belt. I also like to use that bronze material we had in there. Or is it copper? Yeah, bronze. So I'll copy this also. Come in here, come to the wristwatch. This one is actually kind of, this is more or less like silver though. This is silver. Should we use silver instead? Okay, let's use, we don't know right now, we don't know which. Probably it helps to have some kind of silver in it, kind of have some kind of contrast. Have some kind of contrast in there. I also need to add some stitches on this too. Let's get silver in there. Let's get silver in there. Let's get some silver material. No, not pure silver. Let's use smart marks. Let's try metal. I don't want something that is too rough. Okay, steel. We have this steel scratched, and we have this steel stained. Steel scratched. But let's use this scratch instead. Let me just put this on top. Maybe too shiny. Let's put this down instead. Let's see how this looks. I would say this looks fine. Yeah. Not too sure though. Let me see if I can paste that bronze material in the back. Oh yeah, I copied it. Actually copied it. Let's paste this bronze material. Let's figure out which one will work best. I think I'm kind of liking this bronze instead. Let me turn off this thing. It's still scratched. But I don't want it to be affecting this. This is going to be a glass material, so let's select only what is going to be affected by it. So I'll add the black marks. So select this piece and this, then this, then this. Let me use UV instead for this piece. Okay, something like this. That it should be fine. Then which material which shade are we using in here? So I can actually add some opacity to this. Okay, alpha blending, that's fine. So I'll need to go copy the outer eyes glass material. So glass, let's copy this. Drop this in here. Everything is a bit slow right now. So yeah, it won't work until I've dropped in an opacity channel in here. So add the black marks to this. I only want this to be affecting just this mesh, like so. You can see now for the inner part, the hand of the clock, we need to kind of fix that. We need to kind of give that let's give that a good material also, but I think I'll need to do that with, make sure 2D and 3D view. Let's kind of find where that hand is. There, see, they are in here. So with this bronze material, I would like to come in here and select all of this in here. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So the other part I need to focus on will be which piece would that be? This is where it gets a bit tricky. Now I still need this view. Let me create a new layer and just give that red. Give that red. Add the black marks to this. Go to the 3D and 2D view. Figure out where the center piece is. I don't know if it's this piece though. This piece. Let's paint something in here and then we'll figure out which piece that is. Okay. We are still on the stitches brush. Let's just figure out which piece that is. Oh, that's actually the glass. So I think this is the piece we need. Yes, this piece. So Let me figure out where. So I'm guessing this should be like 12. By looking at it, this, let me figure out. See, the wristwatch is more or less facing this way. So you say 12 should be around here. So let's see. I know. I think I will need to. Since I've already figured out where this is, I would like to kind of paint, or rather create the stitches now before working on this part properly. So I would like to. So I'll just come in here. I'll turn all of this off. I'll leave the height channel. Let's get some height in here. Oh, I think I actually need color also. I need the color. Maybe something around here. So let's create some stitches in here. Let's see. So let's take down the spacing. Yeah, something like this should be fine. I'm not sure about the color though. Oh, that's negative. Let's get this up instead. But we'll change the color. We'll change the color in a bit. So let's just get some stitching around this. Okay. So the other part for the wristwatch, once I kind of figure out where 12 should be, I can just easily go back to Photoshop and then just kind of create, you know, just kind of create some clocking numerics for it. I think I will move too much. So let's just get this in here. Yeah, I think we should be fine. I think I like to get some kind of brownish tone to it. Roughness, definitely need some roughness in here. I think something like this should be just fine. Now let's figure out where this should be. So this is more or less like 3 almost 2, 12, 1, in between 2 and 3. So let's figure out where. So let me just duplicate this layer, and I'll just use a default brush for this. Let's use the art brush instead. I'll use a red color for this. Add the black marks. Turn off lazy mouse. I don't need lazy mouse for this. The brush size now is just way too big. So let's just figure out where tape should be. So 2D and 3D view. Let's figure out where 12 should be. So I'll just stamp this in here. Okay, now that's even the wrong place. If this should be here, should be having 12 around here. Around here. almost, yeah. I made a mistake. I should have just oriented this properly when I was creating the UVs, but since we have made a mistake already, let's just do the add part and get this right. Okay, I got it. So red should be around here. I mean 12 should be around here rather. So I know I should be aligning this around this way. So I can just I think let's I'll create a new fill layer and just drop this down here, and I'll name this fill layer, give this a different color tone, probably, yeah, something like this should be fine. Let me do a quick save. Okay, so now next thing I'm going to do is just to export out the albedo for this wristwatch texture. Just export the albedo. So go to wristwatch, I'll turn off everything, so I'll leave the base color. In the global settings, I would like to dilation plus default background color. Okay, yeah, that should work. That should work. So export, yes, export. Come on. So we have this exported out now. So let's go and check. Let's open output directory. Let's see where that is. Where is it? Yeah, this is it in here. This is it in here. Then we know that surely this, okay, we've already stamped something in there, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So I'm just going to import, let me close. So I'm just going to drag and drop this in a new document instead of Photoshop. Into a new document like so. So now we have this in here. So I know this is actually the shape we need. So let me just zoom into that actual shape. Come on. 16, a bit of an issue around here. Don't know if I have padding turned on, so let's go back in here. Let's see if we can. Better still. I'll duplicate this layer. And I'll give this layer some green. Kind of green. Then I'm going to add the black marks in here. Then I'll select this UV instead. So I don't have any so this is not kind of conflicting when I'm trying to use it. And also I would export texture again. Padding. See, there should be padding. No padding pass through. Export this out again. Let's open directory. Let's see what we have. Okay, we have this. Okay, this is fine. So let's just drag and drop this in here. Great. That is just great. Should probably close this. and drop this in here. Yeah, perfect. So just zoom in here like so. This is the entire thing I need. Yeah, I don't need any of that thing again. So I'll just come in here and then downloads. I'll just bring in this wristwatch PNG I have in here. Then just scale this. I know 12 should be around here, so let's just first try and scale this to kind of fit something like so. So just get this a bit perfect like this. Then I'm going to rotate this way until we have 12 in this direction like so. Hit enter. Then I can hide the background and I'll just use a different background now. So a full black background. Then this should be on full white. So let me just give this color overlay white. Yeah, something like it should be just fine. So then I'm going to export this out. So save this as a JPEG. A JPEG should be just fine. Let me just name this to clock numerics. Okay, then back in Photoshop, Substance Painter, I will turn all of this off. I don't need this anymore. Why? Nah, I don't need this anymore. So I think I'll just delete them. So then I would just bring in the clock in here. Yeah, as a texture. I bring this in as a texture. Import. Okay, so I think I'm going to be using this steel scratch. I think let me look for a fancy material for the base of this before applying the numerics in there. So let's go to materials. I think there was an interesting material I saw in here that has kind of pattern to it. Material so that's a kind of pattern to it. Plastic. Like that plastic there, this should be it. So just drag and drop this on top. Let me adjust the tiling for this first. Something like this should be fine. Yeah, something like that looks interesting. Then I'm going to add a black marks to this. Then I'm going to select just this UV. Should only be affecting this UV. If I'm not making any mistake. Yeah, just this UV. Then I would where is this white? A center piece white. There's a piece we are missing. Yes, this piece here. So this bronze, I would like to select this white piece. Okay, that's fine. Then this steel scratch. Let me just drag this all the way up. So I'll turn this on. I like to use a bitmap max to kind of drive this. So let's type in the clock in here. Clock. Voila! Now we have something in there. Now it's been applied to it. The only difference, the only thing we need now is to, the only thing we need to do now is to give you some height information in there. Let's give you some height information. So I'm going to do another view layer. So on this view layer, I only need the height channel for this. So I'll increase the height channel all the way up. Name this to clock height. Alright, then right click and use a bitmap max. So I'm going to use the same mark with bitmap. So I'm going to use the same. How do I? Should probably drag this down instead. Yes. The height channel probably is way too high, so maybe just put something around here like so. So something like this will work just fine. So now we have an interesting looking watch in there. So if you just zoom in, you can actually see all of this in here. Maybe I should even use silver for this clock, for this hand clock. Yes, now I should use silver in there. Let's try some silver plates. Why is it not working? Let's use geometry instead. Still not working. Let's start by excluding it. Then use, oh, it won't work because I have a few layer that has texture in there. That's why it's not working. So let's use a material, probably an aluminium or something. Let's just drag an aluminium on top of this. Add the black marks to it, and then just select this. But maybe this aluminium is just too rough. Just too rough. Why is it not affecting the other one? Strange. Yeah, this is a various. Okay. It's actually working. It's actually working. So let's roughness. Get something a bit rough like so. To be having something a bit more interesting like this. Maybe we're gonna add a BW roughness map in there just to make it a bit more interesting. Nah, this is looking too interesting. That's looking too interesting. I think something like so should be fine. I feel this clock should be a bit brighter. This clock should be a bit brighter. Should probably swap this in. Maybe for this I'm going to use the texture instead. texture. Let me use the clock instead. Yes, now that makes it brighter. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Like this. Okay. Mm, okay, doesn't seem to be working accurately like I would want it to. For this hand of the clock, should we stick with the gold? Should we stick with the gold? Should we still stick with the gold? I think I'll use something in this, something different instead. Let's try this one here. Add the black marks. Let's see. I think this should work just fine. Yeah, this should be just fine. I think we can actually work with this. Yes, I think we can actually work with this. So now I've gone in there and established. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Oh yeah. It's actually okay. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is just fine. So that's how we go back rating this wristwatch. In here, I think this is pretty much fine. So let me do a quick save. So now we have everything in here as it should. Let's turn on shadows for this. Alright, looking good. Okay, so the next lesson we can start exporting this out and then just do some basic render in Mama Set Toolbar just to get a feel of how everything should be before exporting it out into Arnold and then begin to create air. But I would like to also close this door and make some corrections to the character, especially for the eye. Because this eye bag is just coming out way too much. I'm supposed to kind of push this inner part of the eyes outward a bit more. Inner part of the eye should be coming outward a bit more. But for the most part, this is looking good. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.